Jai Mohanji. We are reading I am Mohanji and we are on chapter 9 Experiences from Empowered 5.0 at Zlatibor in Serbia in October 2022. I have a bunch of beautiful experiences from my trip to Serbia, the venue where we attended Empowered 5, an in person program with Mohanji. Subtitle Mohanji Can Move Mountains. I would like to share this experience on behalf of the entire Empowered group. We have all witnessed this. It may lose its significance if it is not brought to our notice, and it needs to be given its due importance. It may easily get forgotten, but it's really big if pondered upon. During the welcome session, Mohanji gave us a brief idea about the practice and what we would be doing for the next 5 days. He also told us that we were free to choose to sit on chairs or sit on the floor or maybe spread out our yoga mats and choose to lie down. He really wanted us to feel comfortable. We had a hall facility in the hotel, which we would occupy and use for our practice purposes. It was a good space to comfortably accommodate all the participants. A discussion about the space constraint considering spreading yoga mats of the hall followed this. Then there were further discussions on checking possibilities of getting the hall extended. Some halls have walls with sliding panels making an extension possible, but then very clearly we understood that the walls weren't flexible and the discussion almost closed, concluding that the hall cannot be extended. It's true, the walls were strong fixtures and there wasn't any possibility of their removal. But it was beyond anybody's imagination what Mohanji could do. He was able to get the strong fixtures removed and thereby get the hall extended. The space was now so much bigger. To me, and I believe to everyone, this was nothing less than witnessing Mohanji move mountains. The walls were really not the movable kind. Even thinking about getting them removed was unimaginable. For a program, just a temporary program of 5 days, who could possibly even want to get into this hassle? This also is yet another demonstration of how much he cares for us and how he delivers, crossing over all obstacles. Lessons to take. Mohanji can move mountains. We need eyes to see. We need to feel so much gratitude. We need to realize that we are the most blessed group ever. We need to give ourselves back too. The next subtitle, Guru Sends a Meal. This is during my return journey on a flight back home to Houston from Belgrade. The seat number assigned to me in this particular flight was 39G, which is an aisle seat in the middle row of 4. On boarding, as I came closer to my seat, I found it to be already occupied. This was a family of 4, a husband and wife, a toddler of 3 years, and an infant of 3 months. When I checked with them about the seat, they realized they had mistakenly occupied my seat. They asked me if I could take their seat, which was 39D. It was completely understandable that it is a hassle to move with a baby and a toddler, for anybody for that matter. This wasn't a problem for me at all. After all, it was just another aisle seat on the other side of the row. So I simply agreed and went and sat in their seat. It was now lunchtime. They were serving vegetarian food to only those who had pre-ordered the same. The air hostess came and served a meal to me too. I was quite amazed as I had not pre-booked a meal for myself on that flight. I started a small conversation with my co-passenger, the mother, expressing my surprise about it, and told her that I did not pre-book any meal. Her husband overheard this and then recollected that it was he, in fact, who had booked the vegetarian meal for himself, not because he is a vegetarian, but just for the sake of it. We both forgot that we had swapped seats. This now got clicked with him and we understood the whole story behind the meal. So the meal was meant for seat 39D, which is for this family. I now offered them back their meal, but they asked me to accept it as he said that they are providing vegetarian meals to only people who pre-ordered them, and they were fine to eat the regular meal as they were not vegetarians. I was grateful for their courtesy and then I accepted. When I opened the meal box, there was dal and rice, which is a staple Indian meal that every home in Bharat cooks every day. They were happy that I got a good meal. They themselves couldn't understand what had caused them to book a vegetarian meal and also select the Indian option. To me, it became crystal clear that this meal was sent to me by my guru Mohanji. He wouldn't want me to go back home hungry. This was the most special meal I have ever had in my life. I cherished every bite and felt immense gratitude. Along with gratitude, there was this immense joy of experiencing a miracle. Some bites even felt saltier after they had gotten mixed with my tears. Later on, the contemplation helped me understand a few lessons. All acts are orchestrated by God. We are not the doers. The couple, just instruments to place this order. Seats getting interchanged was not accidental. They mistakenly occupying my seat was part of destiny play. Guru, like a loving mother, takes care of us. Surely he wouldn't let us go hungry. Next story, the subtitle is Breaking Comfort Zone Gets Me Rewarded. The much awaited program dates of Empowered 5 were announced, and we were all eagerly looking forward and getting prepared to reach Serbia. The organizers were very kind and offered to arrange for a transport from the airport to the venue at Zlatibor. They also shared information about the local bus facilities. Mohanji teaches us about breaking the comfort zones. It's an inverted breaking the comfort zones. He says nothing sprouts there. He inspires us to be dare to be different. Again, dare to be different is in inverted commas. He also talks about walking the unknown path. All of this gave me the courage and the inspiration to choose the bus option and avoid the comfort of the van, thereby giving myself a chance to experience things out of the box and get exploring. My plane landed around 12:30 p.m. I had planned to take the bus at 2:15 p.m., which would take me to Zlatibor by 6 and I could be in time for the welcome session. I got done with the baggage and customs and immigration and other formalities. Figuring out things just took a little extra time, so I couldn't make it for the 2:15 bus and got the 3:30 instead. This one had a commute time of 4.5 hours to Zlatibor, which meant I wouldn't be reaching in time for the welcome session. Now, as the clock came closer to striking 7, the time the welcome session would begin, I was becoming restless. It was also getting dark outside already. The darkness caused a little bit of fear, as I was in an unknown country, the language unknown to me, in a bus on a mountain, and the night was creeping in already. My mind was processing all possibilities so as not to miss the session. Being with Mohanji is so important for all of us, and we all can relate to the restlessness I was feeling. I then attempted to reach the organizing team to check if it was possible for them to send me a Zoom link for the session. This way, I could just attend the program from the bus. I was completely aware that it may not be possible as it was a last minute request and the team would be so busy on the ground. My restlessness was growing even more. My soul was now making friendly requests to Mohanji, asking him to facilitate the link. And you know what? He really did. He actually did. One of our friends from an older WhatsApp group of Empowered 4.0 happened to be sending the link for somebody else. My perspective here is that this person is just an instrument through whom Mohanji sent me the link. Surely he appreciated my venturesome travel and wouldn't have let it go without a reward. I could take the session from the bus and didn't miss a word. Lessons to take. All thoughts, words, actions are orchestrated by the Supreme Consciousness. Me missing the 2:15 bus or somebody sending a link for somebody else, all just part of the play. We are not the owners of action. We just sincerely need to follow the teachings of our master and apply them too. Having full faith in my master and heartfelt prayers, gave me this amazing experience. Next story, the next subtitle, Energy Support Felt Tangibly. This is a very special experience. This is on day 5 of the 5-day program of our intense workshop on practicing silence at Zlatibor, Serbia. I am sure this experience sharing will help increase the devotion aspect in all the readers. One of the instructions for this practice, as given by our beloved Master Mohanji, was to keep the body still. He says, we need to take steps, and he is providing us with the energy support. We will all agree that staying still is a task, as we are so not used to keeping the body restful. We sit with our spine erect for a while, then feel pain and want to arch the back. It was day 5 of the workshop, the last day. I was sitting on a chair, trying to keep my spine erect and keep my body restful. I could do so only for a short while. Then I started feeling the pain in my back. But as this was the last day of the workshop, I was trying to increase my determination not to make any movements and to remain still. The pain kept on increasing. There was a strong urge to arch the back. At the same time, my determination to stay still was gaining strength too. There was this powerful thought behind it. It is the last day of the workshop and there is no tomorrow. So I was bearing the pain. This thought process kept continuing. That is, the urge to arch and then strengthening the determination. Urge to arch and then strengthening the determination. Now the pain really became very excruciating, like it kind of reached the breaking point. I knew I could no longer stay still in the position. The pain now brought a tear to my eye. This is where I believe my subconscious mind came to my rescue. Roop Dhyan means image worship, has been one of my ways of worship. Just before giving up, my mind got this feed of Roop Dhyan excuse me, from my subconscious mind. I was now visualizing the divine hand of Mohanji bringing healing to me. His sacred, beautiful hand with all its shringar, means the adornments like the bracelet of beads, the red sacred thread around the wrist, a silver coiled ring, and a red stone ring on the fingers. There isn't anything more beautiful than that. To my amazement, a miracle happened. This little effort of imagination of his divine hand actually brought me healing. My pain disappeared just like that. The so excruciating pain became no pain, absolutely no pain. I tangibly felt the energy support that Mohanji spoke about. I could now effortlessly stay still and continue with my practice. The joy of experiencing a miracle filled me so much that I could hardly then focus on the practice. That's just another sharing about this whole thing. My take from this experience. Let's keep our minds occupied with the thoughts of the divine. This keeps a subconscious mind powerful, and a subconscious mind, like a good friend, comes in handy when we really need it. We are on a path where our endurance really gets tested, but with the strongest determination, it rewards us with miracles. Roop Dhyan is a simple and joyous way to raise our devotion. Next subtitle, A Message and a Poem of Gratitude. Dear Blessed Master Mohanji, thank you that you gave me an opportunity to be heard during Empowered 4.0. Your answer has healed me and wiped my tears of a lifetime. Lifetime too small a word to contain this big stretch, and tears indeed a pool. I am now blessed with relief. Your words to me, zero deviation from responsibility, in inverted commas, now inscribed in gold. One by one, layer by layer, I first saw my fears, then insecurities, and lastly the ownerships leave me. Amazingly, you have walked along with me, guiding me miraculously. You have given me the joy of living multiple frequencies. I feel so honored about it. I am working hard each day to make myself more deserving now that you have accepted me at your lotus feet. Please keep telling us more about dharmic existences and karmic allowances. I am not a bad investment, I promise. So true that nothing is ours. Even the thoughts and the words I'm using in this tiny piece of my creativity are yours. I'm awaiting the moment to see a clean me one day in the mirror you project. I have tried to express my gratitude in a few lines. Here's a short poem about it. I'm immensely grateful to you, dear Mohanji. You're the highest attainable, higher than the highest, greater than the greatest. You are Shiva. I need to raise my devotion to that of Nandi. You accepted me at your lotus feet. I shall make myself more deserving and not disappoint you. You are the only one of your stature, master from the Himalayas, guiding me in the comfort of my own home. You need nothing from us, not even gratitude. I now want to be just serving. You are stability. I am holding on to you like a strong pillar. You are unconditional love, kindness, and selflessness. I wish and pray nobody ever brings you any harm. You are caring for me like a responsibility. I will gradually be able to discriminate the real from the temporal. You're working so hard on me with rocket speed. I need to speed up too. You have truly empowered me through words of wisdom. I shall apply them in life and make you proud. You gave me the awareness of the third eye. I see things differently and have developed a better outlook. You chose to be in the space of my heart. I will always keep it clean and not allow contamination. You have filled me both hands. I already feel attained and realized. You are indeed Supreme Consciousness. This avatar called Mohanji has happened just for me. I know no other God. Basking in joy and bliss, Anand and Parmanand, your disciple, Mamta Mohanji. Here's a picture, surrender at the lotus feet of Mohanji. That's me bowing down at lotus feet of my dear master Mohanji. It's like payo ji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo. We can stop here for today. Thank you for joining me. Stay blessed. Jai Mohanji.